Whew. Another good workout. Yes, God. Now, before I move on to something completely different here, I want to end this particular conversation on this. We all need to look around, and I say this all the time, girl, and I get a lot of backlash for making statements like this. We have to look around at who's holding seats of power. Not just any type of power, but the power that can invoke change. Hello, God. And when we see that, and again, I'm repeating myself for the people that have been, following me and watching my videos and things, and I know that some of you guys get tired of my repetitiveness, but I feel like I have no choice but to step on the neck continuously. Hello, God. I have to hold my foot. Hello, God. I have to press down. I have to shake it until the cup runneth over with truth and justice. Okay? The Supreme Court recently has done a lot of shit that negatively impacts American lives. More specifically, Black and brown people, the disenfranchised, which is usually the Black and brown people, hello God, the poor, the middle class, the different special groups like LGBTQ girl. Let me say this. I think it's kind of messed up that people can come in, especially like presidents and the Supreme Court. And I feel like once a law is made and passed, only if the people will it, in a vast majority, should it be changed. I don't like the fact that presidents can come in and lift everything that another president done did, especially if it's actually been something that's there to help the people. I find that to be revolting, and it's just like, what's the point? But I want to step on this again. Your vote does not matter. Campaigns, elections, all of that is for show. You have the illusion of choice. How I know this, and it's very simple, how I know this to be very true. Hello, God, I'm like, I forgot his name, girl. We hold these truths to be self-evident, girl. And it's very clear and obvious that these people are playing around with our lives, with our existence on this planet, by creating a lot of the laws that they do. You guys put a lot into basically disturbing President Biden's initiative to cancel out student loan debt. I believe there's a couple of reasons why they did that. For one, we don't want him to have a real win. Because a lot of times people will shoot down your proposals, girl, because and it may be some good shit. Hello, God, that will change the face of the human situation for the positive, for the better. But because they don't like you, because we want your poll numbers, your acceptance numbers to be, very low and critical, because we don't want you as an incumbent this coming election season. And I think that's crazy as hell in itself. We'll sit here and destroy humanity's hopes and dreams of getting out of poverty and climbing themselves out of debt, girl. That's why nothing is free here. They need bargaining chips to persuade you who to vote for and who not to vote for, who to be angry at and who not to be angry at. See, a lot of this shit, we talked about it in my last video, a lot of these situations, if not all of them, are created to create division amongst the people so that we're not focused on the real bullshit that's happening behind the curtain of life. If we make your problems so much, hello God, unbearable, girl, you're stressed, you can't worry about the world or the elections or someone's political perspectives that's running for office. You can't worry about all of the things that actually matter on the collective consciousness. Let's be honest here. Certain things may not affect you individually, but as a whole, it affects, girl, it affects. Trust and believe that. A lot of the things y'all don't find interesting or even to care to know about affects the human experience, girl. And again, these creations of choice, these illusions of options, there is none. You have none. You have no rights. Hello, shout out to George Carlin, girl. You have no rights. Everything is literally make-believe. So you feel like you matter. So you're consumed with that ideal, right? So that you don't really see the tyrannical government for what it really is. And then we all lift up in unity and revolt. Girl, look at the power that these people possess. Telling you what to do with your body. Telling you what to eat, not to eat. Forcing you to become something or someone that you don't even want to be. But you have no choice. The question that I have to end this particular topic is, how much longer are we going to allow these people to pull the wool over our eyes? And let's be honest here, and the reason why I'm always calling humanity stupid is because they're no longer even trying to hide the very real fact that they seek to destroy us. They seek to replace us with AI. They seek to remove the human species from existence. Starting with the poor, starting with the black and brown. The quote-unquote undesirables. Girl, please. Girl, please. They got our food. They control our food. They control our water. They control our living situations. They control our finances, girl. They control our bodies, our minds. They control every aspect of our existence. And the fact that we have not burned this bitch to the ground continues to befuddle the fuck out of me. It's almost as if, you know what was crazy is me and my nephew were having this conversation. Very bright young man. Shout out to him. I find it disturbing to say this, but I think there's a lot of truth in it. We talked about how there can't be an obvious purpose for every single person on this planet, right? Like, does everyone have a divine meaning or something to, aspire to be? Do people have, are you important? Is every last living person, hello God, important to the human experience? And, for the longest, I used to say that there's meaning in everything, right? And sometimes, girl, you have to really think outside the box, too. Sometimes there really isn't. And I hate to say this because this sounds so fucked up, but I think a lot of people are NPCs in this world. What is it? Non-playable character, I think NPC stands for. Like, people who are just seat fillers, girl. Shout out to the baby girl when his career went up in flames, girl. They were out here basically violently trying to give away free tickets to fill the seats at his show. And I do believe that that's the same for humanity's existence too sometimes. I think a lot of people are here just to fill some seats. And it shows on the expressionless faces of people. Like we're in a Sims game or something, girl. You look at some people like, girl, you look like a robot. Remember the bitch who was just on the plane talking about something that motherfucker wasn't real? He could have just been an NPC, girl. Because the more we move forward in life, the more I'm realizing that, yeah, not everybody's meant for shit. And it's not a bad thing, girl. Hey, girl, if you got a calling on your life, then hey, it is what it is. But girl, there's a lot of people out here that I just feel like are seat fillers. And if that's not the case, then girl, it definitely seems that way. And that's sad as fuck for humanity. And then there's these obvious things that are happening in our life right now, in our world, that is a complete affront to humanity whatsoever. Like, I'm telling the truth on that. Like, look around you. There's a lot of crimes against humanity that are blatant, that are obvious, that are repetitive in nature. And they're very public. And no one has done anything about it yet. No one has done anything about it yet. You got Sleepy Joe and Kamala Harris and Hunter Biden snorting cocaine in the White House, obviously not giving a fuck about the American people. Because Sleepy Joe, if you really cared about the American people, you would step down as president. I heard they're working on articles of impeachment. That's what I heard, girl. And Harris too, girl. You're an NPC. They're NPCs, girl. Someone else is obviously controlling the government, girl. When Sleepy Joe is literally asleep at the wheel, what are we to expect then? You got Kamala Harris. I know her jaw hurts from all them fake ass smiles she be doing with that big ass grin she be having, girl. Humanity is a literal joke right now. I mean, y'all out here playing games. Y'all out here playing reindeer games, girl, thinking everything's a joke. Ha ha ha. Fuck Beyonce's Renaissance tour, bitch. How about that? How about that? Fuck waiting on Rihanna's next musical album, girl. It's never gonna fucking happen. And I don't know why. She ain't that great. Y'all worried about the wrong shit in the world. Anyway, moving on. Jalen Green and Josh Christopher, two best friends, child, who came up together. Girl, NBA stars now, child. They play for the Houston Rockets. Unfortunately, Josh Christopher was recently traded to the Memphis Grizzlies, girl. And it's my belief that that happened on the heels of this so-called video that was leaked of Jalen Green dry humping the shit out of his homeboy back when they were in college. And this is what I have to say about this situation. Where is the public outrage for a lot of these white boys and fraternities that literally strip butt booty naked the pledges and fuck them with broomsticks? Where is this same outrage and public cancellation, girl, and negative fucking vibes towards these white boys who play just as rough, and if not very real, hello God, very real sexual hazing, very real homoerotic, hello God, eroticism, girl, hello God. We don't hold these white boys to the same fire, do we? Oh, because we expect so much from the strong, impenetrable, the divine, toxic masculinity of black men, girl. Hello God. Where's the same outrage for Ja Morant, who loves to talk, not just talk about it, but illustrate violence, girl? Hello God, gun violence at that, girl, repeatedly. We just give him a pass. You got a lot of people that defend that behavior. These organizations, these professional athletic organizations don't like anything that looks bad, girl, or that the majority of the public deem undesirable, girl. Oh, that doesn't look good for us. And what's killing me is that it's the black community that is condemning these young men for just playing the fuck around. And what's crazy is I saw this video many moons ago. I don't know if it was in Tumblr days or when I first joined Twitter. And you had, how people will take someone's video, girl, and they'll put memes in it and try to make it look sexual. But I've known friend groups that play just like this, if not a little bit more what y'all consider to be gay behavior. We're so quick to, I said so many videos going against this man and his friend, and then y'all have the nerve and audacity to trade Josh Christopher. Now, granted, he went to a great team. I believe, isn't that the same team John Morant plays for? Like, why can't black men get a pass on their playful behavior, but everybody else can? Girls can do it all the time. It's the double standard for me. And it's this type of pressure on black men that turn them to be as toxic and as violent, as an intolerant, hello God, to the LGBT community as they are now. This is the reason. It's us versus us, girl. Y'all act like these boys was naked. Y'all act like they were actually for real. And let me say this, even if they were for real, where is the same energy for our white counterparts? Where is the same energy for these violent gangsters and thugs, girl, who y'all love to celebrate and put on pedestals? Girl, it's the pressure for me, girl, that we always want to apply to black men. Our black boys got to be the pillar, girl, the standard of masculinity. And then the ones that repress, girl, hello God, those are the ones that shoot up the club. Those are the ones who out here have so much hate, self-hate towards the gay community, girl. Girl, please. And y'all out here making all these damn videos trying to condemn these boys. Y'all the same ones, girl. That's down here getting bust down behind your local liquor store, bitch. Hello, God. Tooted and booted, girl. Hello. The very essence of down low. Yes. But y'all want to come for these boys. Child, anyway. I also want to say this real quick. I'm going to have to do a larger conversation about this in another video, but I want to shed some light on this situation real quick. There are more than 30 plus black and brown children missing in Cleveland, Ohio. And the most heartbreaking and the most alarming thing about this situation is it happened within a span of 2 weeks. And I saw a video that, again, I'm going to share the video when I do the video, when I actually have the full conversation about this, is the local sheriff seems to be too calm about this alarming situation, calling these kids most likely they might be runaways, and saying things like parents don't have updated photos of their children, so it's becoming harder to track them and find them, and saying that, you know, we're not issuing Amber Alerts or emergency alarms right now, girl, because we just don't have enough information. Well, we all know that when we're dealing with murder, right, the first 24 hours, hello God, the first 48 hours are the most important, correct? The same thing with the runaway, a possible runaway. See, the thing about it is that you don't have enough information, bitch, to determine, hello God, if this child is indeed a runaway. So if Susie, little white Susie Ann, went missing, an alarm would be raised within the first 5 seconds of her disappearance. And we're not talking about older people. We're talking about minors from the ages of, I believe they said, from 12 to 17. And apparently the numbers keep going up. I heard also in Michigan that there is a potential serial killer amongst the black community. A lot of children have been going missing. Some have been recently found murdered. And there are no alarms being raised for them. So I will again be using my platform to serve truth and justice, to speak out against these fucking crimes against humanity. Girl, there's more coverage on aliens these days than there is on missing black and brown children. And I wonder why that is. We talked about this a while ago where the government has been proven, girl, there's a lot of proof that shows that the government is working hand in hand with human trafficking, girl. There are upwards of over 500,000 children missing, girl. We see the videos. People are getting more blatant. They don't care. They're trying to snatch your children in broad daylight. Sold into sex slavery. Sold into trafficking. Girl, it's heartbreaking. It's disgusting. It's disturbing as fuck. But we'll get into that in a much, larger conversation, girl. Anyway, y'all be blessed and never stressed. Remember that health is truly wealth, girl, okay? And child, you got to watch, you got to fight, and you got to pray, bitch, period. Hello, God. Bye.